Hey everyone, I wanted to reach out to you via video here because there's no way that I could adequately express through an email or a text message or a letter exactly what's going on. And this is going to affect so many of our clients that I couldn't reach out to you all individually and have a conversation to explain it in this type of depth. So I hope that this video is going to be helpful in helping create a little bit of a game plan of what we're going to be doing and what how we can go forward from this. So a lot of you are already getting letters in your mailbox. You should be getting one from Piedmont, and you'll be getting one from Cigna. That Piedmont, and that's just the way their letter reads, that Piedmont is terminating their contract with Cigna. And that's going to be effective March 31st. So after March 31st, so April the 1st, this is not April Fool's, April the 1st, Piedmont, as of right now, is going to be out of network with Cigna. As most of you know, Piedmont is probably the largest health care provider in our state. In many areas, Piedmont is the only hospital that is available. And so there's massive impact by this, okay? And I want to explain to you how this stuff happens, and then what can we do about it right now, and then what are our options moving forward. Okay, so the Cigna contract, this is from our sources. This is high up in Cigna. We have very good relationships with Cigna, and this is coming from high level Cigna. That their contracts are what's called evergreen contracts, which means they're perpetual. They never end until basically Piedmont says, nope, we don't want to be a network anymore. And so what's really frustrating is that we didn't know this was coming during the open enrollment period when we were having all these meetings with you guys. We had no way of knowing. Cigna didn't even know until late in the annual enrollment period, based on what we're finding out. And you know, this is normal. Okay, contract negotiations happen all the time, so it's not like this is nothing that we've ever heard of. This isn't typically not a reason to panic. Okay, you guys have been around the block before. We've been doing this for a long time. Contract negotiations happen all the time. They usually reach an agreement. From the sources that we have been getting information from, Piedmont is demanding more than what is even possible, and it would be financially impossible to meet what they're asking for from what we understand. And so again, we only have one side of the story, okay, but from what we have, they're not willing to come with reasonable negotiations because Cigna does understand how big of a partner this is in the state and how many people that this is going to impact. And so what we have here, if we want to be honest, is we have Piedmont choosing profit over you. And because you guys were not privy to this information, me as your agent, we were not privy to this information. We did not know. None of us knew that come the end of March that Piedmont was going to be going out of network. And the problem is Piedmont was very strategic in when they wanted to do this. Okay, this is partly why I know this is not. There's some ill will going on here. It's because, you know, Piedmont waited. They could have done it during the open enrollment period. They could do it anytime, and that's something that's going to have to change. Is that there's no regulation on when a doctor group can come in and out of network with a plan. So you guys, you have to pick a plan that you're stuck with for the year, but the doctor doesn't have to have that plan for the year. They can just go in and out of network anytime that they want. And that's not fair to you. You have to make decisions. We have to make decisions that are year-long decisions. And the doctors can just go, bloop, all of a sudden, yeah, we don't want to take that plan anymore. Y'all can take it and shove it. And then you guys and we are left to pick up the pieces and try to figure out what we're going to do about it. And so that's exactly what Piedmont's done. Now, Piedmont's a massive group, and they're going to throw their weight around. They've done it. Listen, some of you know that Piedmont and Humana went out of network. Piedmont United Healthcare went out of network. Piedmont's trying to throw their weight around. And um, I'm not saying they're a bad hospital system, but the problem is this should have been done when we had the opportunity to thoroughly go through the other plans that were available in the market and look through these and look through and pick you guys a plan. Um, but they waited. And then they did it. So they're required 45 days before termination to send you guys a letter. So that's why Cigna and uh, Piedmont sends you a letter. But the problem is the mail runs so slow. Now we have 30 days. So 15 days, 2 weeks. We don't even know. We didn't even know for 2 weeks, and now there's only 30 days left. This is a major problem. Okay. Now, what can we do about it? Well, first off, I feel like there's got to be massive public pressure. I'm going to send you guys the phone numbers of all of your senators. I'm going to send you the phone numbers of the headquarters at Piedmont and at Cigna. And I encourage every last one of you, you blow their phones up. Blow up your senators to get them involved in this process, to pressure Piedmont to come to the table. This is going to affect tens of thousands of seniors that are doing their dead level best to try to make it. And we picked this plan for you guys because this was the best plan for you. This was the plan that was going to save you the most amount of money, that was going to cover your medicines and your doctors the best. And here we are now, 2 months in. You're just getting settled in your plan. If this was a new plan for you, some of you had Cigna for a long time. But we just went through this. You know, my old Cigna members went through this with St. Mary's. We got them back in network. So some of you St. Mary's folks moved to Piedmont, okay? And then here we go. Piedmont's doing this thing again. And so you guys are just stuck in the middle, and it's not fair to you. And so Piedmont does this. So we need to blow them up. So let me back up. We need to blow up our senators. We need to blow up the HR. We need to tell every person that you know, please call your senator and tell them. And now, please don't send this particular video link out, because this video link is specifically for you as my client. Okay, I am considering making another video possible. Okay, that would be a public video that I would happily let you share and send out to all over the world. Okay. But anybody that's willing to call a senator or call and typically they don't pay a lot of attention to phone calls, okay? Because they usually pay most attention to letters. The problem is we don't have time for letters, okay? This needs to be fast. But if 300 people call in a single day for the same issue, I promise you, there's going to be like, whoa, okay, what's going on here? There's actually an issue that's happening, and so call Cigna's headquarters, which again I'm going to text you the numbers to all of them. Your senators. I can't do your representatives, your congressional representatives, because there's just too many of them for my service area that we have clients in that have Cigna. So we're going to send you the senators, because everybody's got the same two. And then I'll send you the headquarters number for Cigna and for Piedmont. All right, so that's some advocacy. The best case scenario here is for public pressure to be put on Piedmont and Cigna to get this done. It is not fair to you guys. It is taking advantage of seniors and putting them in a hard place, and that's not fair. So what are our options? So Piedmont obviously sent out a letter. It talks about what's called the open enrollment period, which runs from January 1st to March 31st. And they sent you the list of different people, different plans, rather, that you can go with. And here's the problem with that, okay? The problem with that is we're not privy to information of whether they're actually going to reach a deal or not. So if you preemptively move plans for the open enrollment period, which we could do, and they end up reaching an agreement, that open enrollment period, you only have one enrollment choice, which means you can't move back. So that means that you are stuck with a plan that we already decided was not the best plan for you for 2025. And depending on, which plan, I mean, we're talking about potentially thousands of dollars difference between Cigna and a different plan for you. Okay. Not all of you are that bad. Okay. There are a lot that are. Okay. And then we're talking about reduction in your ancillary benefits and increase in your copays. So this is not just something that's like, we can just move you. It's no big deal. If we move you, it's permanent for the year. We're stuck with that plan. We can't come back. And then if they do reach an agreement, then all of a sudden you're stuck with that plan, and we could have kept you on Cigna. We fast forward to March 31st, and there is no agreement. Then we're with Cigna for the rest of the year, and then we don't have Piedmont until Piedmont decides that, okay, yeah, now all of a sudden we want to go back in network, okay? Which is a massive disservice to you guys. So the issue is we're between a rock and a hard place. If we move you preemptively, you might be stuck. If we don't move you, you might be stuck. And this is not fair. This is not good business. This is not taking care of our seniors. This is choosing profit over our seniors, and that's not okay. Excuse me. And so we got to make our voices loud, and we got to make our voices heard. And that is the best course of action right now. Now, we are considering other options. Excuse me. We're considering other options and how we might could move forward, and what are our options long term if this major network disruption goes through and there is no enrollment period. We are currently seeking to find out if there could be a special enrollment period for that. As of right now, the answer is no. So anyways, well, I don't have any water up here, and my cough is getting worse, so I'm going to sign off here. But I just wanted you to know that we are actively working on this situation, and we got your back, and we're going to try to take care of you the best we can. I hope this helps explain what's going on, and we'll be in touch. God bless.